Hi, my name is Ivy. Today I wanted to talk to you about what is going on in public school and some private school classrooms. Today students are being indoctrinated in progressive ideas. More and more parents are becoming aware of what is happening in our classrooms and are exiting schools at an ever-increasing rate. The video I am going to show you is a news story by Tucker Carlson about how California schools are indoctrinating their students. Before you dismiss what she is going to show you, I promise you it is going on to some degree in almost all public schools in the country. However, what she presents should be horrifying to all parents who have children attending public school. Listen now to Tucker Carlson relate this story about indoctrination in California schools.
California Teachers Association is one of the most powerful unions in the country, and it is purely an organ of the Democratic Party. Recently, the union held a conference to discuss how to indoctrinate school children without their parents' knowledge. One first-grade teacher called Blair Wyatt explained that it's best to hold meetings for gender identity clubs during lunchtime so their parents never know.
Yes, that lunchtime is kind of that sweet spot where the kids don't need to come earlier or stay late, and kind of eliminates a little bit of that parent interaction if there are kids who would like to attend, but maybe their parents are unaware that they're interested in participating or unaware that they are out at school. So if you can get it to happen at lunch, that seems like a really good structure to, protect the kids' identities and protect and allow them to attend.
Amazing that they're admitting this in public. Documents from the conference also show that teachers admit they read students' Google search histories looking for signs of interest in gender issues so they can take advantage of them. We wouldn't know any of this was happening if it weren't for Abigail Shrier. She broke the story. She's the author of Irreversible Damage, The Transgender Craze, and a very brave person. She joins us tonight. Abigail, thanks so much for coming on, for breaking this story. It looks, on the face of it, from what we just presented, that these teachers are intentionally trying to hide what's going on from the parents of the kids.
That's right. The deception is actually the point. It's explicit. And in fact, in both the reporting I did on that conference you mentioned in October, and then I've since seen more recent videos of the California Teachers Association specifically guiding teachers statewide in deception of parents about the clubs, about the membership, that even at the elementary school level, 8 and 9-year-olds telling them to rename the clubs, things like Prism Club, so that the parents won't know what's going on in the club and won't be able to, supervise.
Since when are teachers allowed to get involved in these sex lives of minor children without the knowledge of the parents? That seems like a crime to me.
Well, in one of the videos I watched put out by the California Teachers Association, the teachers instructed other educators that children as young as 7 need support in their sexual identity. And they believe it is their job to provide that. And look, if this were a matter of parents coming in and saying their child had a particular sexual or gender identity and they wanted the school to support it, that would be one thing. But instead, what the California Teachers Association is doing is they're deciding how to recruit students to these clubs, how to coach them in solidifying this gender identity or sexual orientation identity. And they're doing this by deceiving parents, specifically telling teachers how to keep the existence of the clubs and the membership from the parents.
I mean, I assume everyone's going to leave public schools at a certain point who can, and homeschool or whatever. This is too much. But in the meantime, is there anything that can be done to stop it?
I think that parents need to get really explicit with kids about things like gender. And tell them what's being taught in schools is nonsense. And in some cases, if the parents are able to do it, they really should pull their kids out of these schools because this kind of nonsense spreads. And the teachers, look, this is not members of LGBTQ doing this. I want to be really clear about that. These are activist teachers. They are looking to peel the children away from the values of their homes and supplant those values with their own.
They're grooming 7-year-olds and talking to 7-year-olds with their sex lives. Like, where are the dads, by the way? So many questions, so little time. But we are grateful to you for breaking this, as you have so many stories like it. Abigail Shrier, thank you.
Do you know if this is going on at your school? Teachers have been instructed by the teachers' union and sometimes their school leaders to hide some of what they are teaching from the parents. As a parent, you will need to get more involved in your child's school if you want to really know what your child is learning. We suggest that parents get involved in the PTA and attend school board meetings to see who on the school board is pushing a liberal agenda. The first step is to attend a school board meeting to see what the school board has on its agenda. At this meeting, see if there is already an active group as fighting the progressive agenda being implemented in your child's school. The next step would be to join an existing group if it exists, and if not, form a group of like-minded parents to stand up for your students. The purpose of the group would be to educate parents as to what is going on in the school system and to run conservative candidates for your local school board. To educate yourself and others in what is going on in our schools, go to the Nehemiah Resets website and look at our cultural issue videos under the training menu item. The Nehemiah Reset website is located at nehemiahreset.org. We encourage you to stand up for righteousness in your community. I hope to see you again soon in another video.